bitch be whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole fuck. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow, then when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Beat them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Hey, oh, yeah. Hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that for my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yon. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown on many streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while flex, still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Okay, let's clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up. This is Sunday evening class. Yahweh Bayeshim, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, brothers. Yahweh Shema Alatam, Bayeshim Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. And so shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, my topic tonight is going to be on women. Look at some scriptures pertaining to women. But if you all have any questions before we get into the topic, and I'm going to have a little challenge.
The topic will be woman.
Yeah, we can look at some scriptures pertaining to women. I'm going to have a slight challenge because I cannot find my glasses. So.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we're going to be looking at. So, any questions prior to the starting on this topic? No questions yet. I think reading of the scriptures will generate some questions and some of this. I guess we could talk about the similarities and or some of the things that the scriptures say about women, and then some of the things that happens, whether it's in line with the scriptures or whether it's not. My first scripture I'm going to be reading will be, and before we go on, I need to do say we are the ISUPK from One West, and we're under commanding General Yohana, and this is our Sunday evening class. Now, I will attempt to read the scripture, see how well I can read this without the glasses on. I might need a reader over there. Anyone here in position to read? Okay, now 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. I can start right there because a lot of confusion happens because now we seem to have gone away from the same basic structure about the head. Who's the head? And the head of what? I remember one lady said in the organization, a church that I was a member of some time ago, she said, my husband is the head, but I'm the neck.
Mm-hmm.
So that just negate the head again because she's still controlling the head because she's the neck. But nevertheless, the Bible is clear on how these things should be. Even though we may not see the wisdom in it, God sees the wisdom. And when we come to the truth, we understand that we have to follow the Bible, even though we may not always understand. We need to follow the people above us, the men above us, as they give us instructions. And so as I'm reading the scriptures, I'm going through the middle scriptures, as we call it. These are basic stuff we have to understand and try to comply with. Um, because if you look at the problems in the Black and Hispanic community, it stems mainly from the absence of men in the home.
Mhm.
And a lot of times the problem happens because of the woman not knowing their place, and sometimes the men not knowing their place. You can't put blame on any individual person, because in these days and time, the men get into relationship and they ain't sure what they're supposed to be doing either. And the women get into relationship. But now as we come into the truth, we try to learn and understand our roles, and we try to stick within our roles and try to do the best of our ability. And, and so we have to understand. And I'll say, as I was told, you have to try and forget everything you learned prior to coming into the truth. It's hard. I understand that. But that's a necessary thing. We must forget everything we learned prior to coming into the truth, so that we could allow ourselves to be able to absorb this new material. Because it is or I shouldn't the material is not even new, it's just understood differently. But if you keep your same old understanding, then you will have a confusion and a conflict in your mind, and you have all of these things. You say, oh, the contradiction in the Bible. And there's no contradiction in the Bible. I understand there may be a few, I think about five corrections that can be made in the entire scriptures, and the ISUPK actually names them out. I don't have them all of them right now in my mind. I have them. I think I have them written down somewhere. But just as an aside, but we want to look at the role um, that see that families play, because it's important that we stick within our roles, and we totally out of whack when it comes to roles. So that's our first scripture, and Captain of 13,000 company may roll back over that scripture. So, but what question? You have any questions? I guess as a single mother, I guess you would call yourself. And you have to be mommy and daddy in most cases. But it's always incumbent on women who have children to find men to help them raise their children with. And when I say that, I'm not saying find another man to have another child. I'm trying to say find strong men in the community, in the church, that you don't have a sexual relationship with to help raise the children. Because the thing is, you have you go into a relationship and then you just perpetuating the same cycle. Because more than likely you have another child and then you have another child, and you're just perpetuating the same cycle. You break up and then you have more children who does not have any male figure right in their life to help guide them. And it's challenging because we've all gone through all of the hurts and pains after slavery with no real direction. So we all struggling. We all have been destroyed. And a lot of people don't even understand the destruction that our whole um, I would even call it civilization went through. We struggling to find out how to deal with one another, how to treat one another, how to love one another. And we only have to go back to the Bible to understand how we should be treating one another. And as we look at these scriptures pertaining to women, and as we talk about the husband is the head of the wife and Christ is the head of the man. So these things, if we keep them in perspective, we would be much better off. But society and everything has caused everything to be just blown out of whack. So we have the women opposing the men, the women saying that they on top of the men are equal with the men, and all this is challenges that it causes the problem in the house. And so this is what we're going to be talking about and doing our study on this evening, the woman. And as I read that first scripture, I'll read it again, which is First Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. And pardon me with reading without my glasses, doing the best I can. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. You see, this is very important that we keep this the same order. There is an order that we have to remember to keep. And like I said earlier, because of where we are, the circumstances, the situation, we having these challenges in the home. We having challenges in the home, and at that point, it causes the home to not even have a strong male figure because for whatever reason, men are leaving the home. Men are not in the home. I don't even know what the percentage is, but I know it's not really high where men are in the home. I know what is high, the percentage of women having multiple baby daddies. That's high. So we just and especially in the Bahamas, it seems like we just going from one person to the next. You know, we're just bouncing around here and there. And the church is propagating the same thing. They're not helping the situation. I could tell you everybody who have these multiple baby daddies, all of them are Christians. All of them in the church. And the church ain't teaching them nothing to stop that. They're just perpetuating that same thing um, with the teaching. And so hopefully we'll get a better understanding. And with that, I'll pass the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Naita. Shalom, sir.
Shalom.
Yahweh
Shalom.
Barakatah.
Yeah. How about Shema Shabakathum? Yahweh Shema Taba Shema Shai to the sisters. All right. So where we at?
Okay, we just open up the scripture talking about women, and
Mhm.
we just start with First Corinthians 11:3, where it says that the man is the head of the woman, and Christ is the head of the man. I was just saying
Okay.
briefly, kind
Mhm.
of
So get it done, and let's start there then. Let's start right there.
Okay,
All right.
this is First Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3.
Mhm.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
All right. So right now we're reading about order and how like how to play the family structure. You know what I mean?
Concept.
How we are structured in Israel. In Israel, you have God, you have Christ, then you have read on.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Right. So you
And
have
the head of
Christ.
Christ is God.
Right. So you have Christ, you have man, then you have woman. Right. So that's the order it's in. Right. And Lord had it like that for a reason. Right. Now read on.
Verse number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I'm gonna have a little challenge because I do not have my glasses, so I'll do the best I can.
Okay.
Okay.
What you could do is just put it up on the computer and see if you can make it as big as possible and read from off the computer if your
I don't know.
Bible.
I don't have my Bible set up properly as yet to do that.
Okay.
I could.
Don't worry. I'm gonna put something in the chat right there for you. Let's take the private chat. All right. However verse you go to, you can blow it up. All right. So tell me where was that right now? It was at First Corinthians.
First Corinthians chapter 3. Chapter 11 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell me when you're ready again, right? I'm gonna read it by the time, right? So say all right. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God, right? Who is the Most High, right? And that's the order, right? As I was saying, verse 4 goes on to say, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. That's why you see the brothers in the UPK, we have on war scarf or these headpieces, but there's a hole in the crown of these headpieces. All right. We don't pray or prophesy with our head covered. All right. And say what? It dishonoreth your head. Right. But every woman that prayed or prophesied with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as if she were what? Shaven. What does that mean? What does that mean? So a man, he can't pray or prophesy with his head covered, right? It dishonored his right. Now, a woman praying with her head uncovered dishonored what? Her head. And it says better she should have been what? She have been what? You want to give it a shot, sis?
Bald or shaven?
Say that one more time.
Bald,
Yes.
bald or shaven?
Yes. Why is he saying that? Why is Paul saying this? Why is he making
The
reference
last
to
year,
this?
sir.
Uh-huh.
You get me? Last year, sir.
Mm-hmm.
When they say he just on her head, does it mean her head or the head of her, which is and then God? Her
Okay.
head. His head.
Who's her head? Who's her head?
The woman's head is the man.
Right. So she dishonored
The
her
woman's head
man.
is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she dishonored her man. Right? When we put our head covered, when men put their head covered, right? We dishonored Christ. You understand? Now, it's saying that better she have been what? She have been bald-headed. You understand? Why? Because to a woman, her hair is what? Her what? Her glory. You understand? Even women who have a rough time, get any lengths that they want, they go put what in their head? They go put what? Weave or some extension to make the hair look long. You understand? Because to a woman to have that short hair, it's nigh on to, it's like the Lord saying, better, you have a bald head basically. You understand? Not saying that sisters should do it. You understand? Sisters should try to, grow that hair out, get out in, in shape. You know what I mean? But if you're not good with the Lord, that could be a curse. That could be a punishment. You know what I mean? And that's we could go to Isaiah, I believe, where it speaks about it being a curse. Right? I think it's Isaiah, Isaiah 3. Hold on. 3 and let me see, 18. All right, let's see. All right. 3. Give me 1 minute. Right. Isaiah 3 and 16. Right. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. What does it mean to be haughty?
Proud.
What is? Yes. All right. When you're proud, what happens when a person is proud? What happens? Can you tell a proud person that they're wrong? Can you offer a proud person some type of counsel that they're gonna, accept it? No, a proud person thinks they're always right. You understand? And they think, nobody could tell them anything, basically. They're always right. You understand? Well, it's saying what? It says what in Isaiah? Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are what? Haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Now, what is that describing? That is describing a type of woman a brother should run far away from. Right? This woman is haughty. So what? And what?
and proud.
And
Salaki.
walk with what? Stretch forth necks. You know that walk? With the neck all the way out, head up in the air. Like they ain't breathing your air, they're breathing some air above, your horizon. They're breathing a special air, right? And it says what? And wanton eyes. What are wanton eyes? What are wanton eyes? You know what wanton eyes are? Wanton eyes is eyes that whatever that I see, that I want. Whatever that I see, that I want. Right? And it says, right? Walking and mincing as they go. Right? It describing how they walk and making a tinkling with their feet. Meaning what? They make it, the walk they're making is a walk where they're trying to gain what? Attention. You understand? So it loud. Cluck, 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 cluck. You understand? High heels, whatever they're wearing, they want to make sure you hear them. When they step in the room, you see them when they step in the room or wherever they're going. Right? Now, listen to what verse 17 says. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. You understand? Like the Lord, you know what I mean? Like he's not to be played with. You know what I mean? Remember, in Deuteronomy, it described how tender our woman was. Right? Now, he's telling you that these women, they're what? They're proud. And they walk in a certain way. They behave in a certain way. They act in a certain way. And the Lord said, and in verse 17 is where the punishment comes in. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head. You understand? Now, for you to get away from this, for a sister to get away from this, they're going to have to come into the ISUPK and change their lives. You come in here, you change your life, you basically get a second chance to this life. It's like saying what? You're born again. You become somebody brand new. You understand? And that's the nice thing about being an Israelite. Being an Israelite means this. You at least have a chance. But to take hold of that chance, you are going to have to change. To take hold of that chance, you're going to have to come in and follow the Lord's statutes and commandments to the T. Don't pick and choose which ones you want to follow. Right? So now let's go back to what you call it again? To Corinthians. Let's go back to Corinthians. Right? So Corinthians 11 and 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of the man. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of man. That's why you have what the word called what? Woman. You understand? Right? Right? Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. What is that saying? Give me 1 minute. Ashka, let's hold the class down for a minute, right?
Canada cancer. Okay, so we were just reading that Corinthian scripture. I think Captain Nada was asking you what you thought about that. Where it said,
Neither was the
neither
man
was
created
right,
for
neither
woman.
was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
It took me back to the creation story when God created Eve to be a helpmate to Adam.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it caused me to think about.
I think that's basically. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. That woman's supposed to be the helpmeet for the man, right? So that means the kind of support, the
But
help
look at verse 10. What that's saying? For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
for this cause ought the woman to
The
have
woman
power
on her head
on her
because of
head.
the angels.
I'm not sure with that one, Captain. I'll come on, you can break that down first. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. But
Being what? They be a pair that a man should have a woman and a woman should have a man.
well, I think with this one, well, I can let him break them said down because I never come across them said before to try and explain them.
Yeah.
Let me see what it is. For as a woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. But all things of God.
Hmm.
You know, we don't read this in the Christian church.
Oh, yeah, because it can, and they can't explain it.
Right, so they just can't break it down, so they don't read it. They just tell you the woman and the man equal. And then that creates or they just leave it and then people decide what they do in their own homes, which creates more of a problem because there's with no direction. You have two people in the home and the two of them deciding what they want to do or what they want to say and how they're gonna act. And so there's no help. You know, there's no help. And that's one of our challenges in Israel because we always think that oh, young man is back up.
Yes.
Okay. We missed you for a minute there.
I had to switch from Wi-Fi to Alive.
Kind. Okay, so we're talking about the order of women, and Cap will be back. He's doing something, but we're talking about the order and how the order is. The man is the head of the woman. Christ is the head of the man, and God is the head of Christ. And that order is important. It's important that we understand that order and that we work within that order. And
Sure.
got a question or comment?
Sure, yes, sir. That is a challenge today with the modern the Christian house today. They let everything grow up like we behave and say, like Kong salad, you do this and I do that. Whatever you say, whatever mommy say, that's what go. But that ain't the right thing. Is it whatever father said to the mother, then mother carry out the instruction. That's what I was suspected to be.
Yeah, but I know that that's reality. So I wouldn't even say I don't have to agree or disagree with you. That is what happens, you know. That's the way it is. But now, how do we try to move in the direction that we need to move in? It's coming into the truth. That's the thing. Because if people aren't able to come into the truth and really read the Bible and talk about it, they'll never change their understanding of what they have. They'll continue to be selfish people, and so they're comfortable with the arrangement as it is because they get to decide whatever they want to do or not do, or listen to who they want to listen to or not listen to, and I guess they're comfortable with that.
True.
And without really coming to, without getting in a position where, and the truth is the Christian church does not offer any help in those situations. If anything, they'll make things worse because they wouldn't deal with it. They wouldn't preach it from the pulpit, and they wouldn't have counseling sessions where they tell people, you think the Christian church can tell the woman that the man is the head of the woman? You think so? You think they can
No.
you think they can tell the woman when you're having a discussion, you should go with the man's idea before you go with yours, unless your ideas are really that you need to look at his idea first? You think they're gonna say that? You think they can say err on the side of the man because the man's supposed to be the head of the woman?
No, so they wouldn't say that because they have a lot of women in the church who are the head of.
Right, and they
You will see them, all those start sticking up and turning their head this way. Who you think he is? Who he think he is? We say that back. And he get his that other girl next door to him on sits next to his wife who's sitting there.
yeah,
You know.
and so Shalom, Captain.
Where we at?
We're just talking about the women in the man role and how the church does not help the women to see their role, to allow the men to be in the leading position. We were just talking about
Yes. So that's why we need the Bible. That's why we need a book that's not going to be my opinion or the woman opinion. Right? We need a book that is not biased to either. Right? We need somebody who made us to tell us how things are run. You understand? So now let's sis, you had a question before I jumped onto the scripture.
And the one that says, for this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Okay, let's go to it. What verse is that?
That's verse 10.
Verse 10.
Cancer.
Right? So read what does verse 9 says? Who could read verse 9 for me? Ashkashi could read verse 9.
Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. 1 Corinthians 11:9.
Right, read on. So it's saying that what? Neither was a man created what for the woman, but the woman for the man. And as you're saying, it goes back to where? To Genesis.
To Genesis,
right? Right? When the man, right? When the man was finished doing what the Lord had him done, he needed a companion. And the Lord gave him a woman. You understand? That's why it's saying she was created for what? For man. Right? Read on.
For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
Right? Because of the angels. Right? Okay. So it's saying for this cause or the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. What is that?
Not sure, sir.
Okay. So other words, right? Let's think about it this way, right? So we know that what? that what? The woman's head is who?
The man.
Man.
Is the man, right? Now, if that woman is acting, okay, if she's acting in opposition to this, all right, what is going to happen?
She's gonna be trying to usurp his power.
That, yeah, but meaning the repercussions, meaning this, the angels follow who? Who does the angels follow?
Christ.
Yes, but more so the Lord, the Most High, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Right?
Answer.
Right. Christ does have power over the angels. Just like, I mean, me and you, we could tell the angels to do certain things. You understand? But that's if what you doing what the Lord say to do. Ain't no angel listening to no man that, you know what I mean, that know it's wrong to, for example, be LGBTQ, but still wants to ask the angel to what? Bless his marriage. Or the Lord to bless his marriage. That ain't gonna happen. You understand?
Kind of.
All right. So the woman, she better do what? She better cover her head. Right? She better have that power to what? To cover her head because of the angels. Why? Because they who reports to the Lord about your behavior?
The angels.
Yeah, they're taking note of everything. You understand? So you better do what the Lord said to do, or else it's gonna be some problems. All right, that's basically it. All right. Now go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Tell me when you get it.
$13 and $34, sir.
14
and
34. All right. And these are scriptures your pastors and them, they're going to stay away from. Right? They're definitely going to stay away from. Why? Because they don't want to anger the woman in the congregation. Why? Because that's who is propping up his congregation. The church gives power to the woman, not the man. It takes the power away from the man. That's why it's difficult for a sister coming into the truth, because it takes away her power. You understand? In here, it gives a man power. You understand? But the church is the other way around. So now you telling a woman, you know what I mean, what's actually in the Bible, and showing her that basically, for example, go to I think is hold on. Whole way out right there, right? And go to this. Right? Go to 1 Peter 3 and 7. All right? The 1 Peter 3 and 7. All right? Okay. And we're going to come to what I just said. We're basically going to come to it when we go back into the Garden of Eden and see what the Lord had to say. Like it'll be good for a woman to recognize her place, and it'll be good for a man to recognize his place. You understand? But these things have to be taught, right? That's why you go to church. You go to church so that the preacher, he teach you what's in the Bible. He teach you what the Lord wants you to know. You understand? He don't teach you what's in his head. Like I'm not giving you my opinion on life, on who should be on top, who should be I shouldn't say, you know what I mean, who should be the head, right? I'm not doing that. I'm going in the Bible. I'm letting the Bible talk, right? Tell me when you get it. You get it?
Answer. Right.
Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Right. The Bible is saying, likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to what?
Knowledge.
No.
Knowledge. Right? Dwell what knowledge? Your knowledge? What knowledge?
Knowledge from the Bible.
Yes, knowledge according to the Bible. Why? Because if I am a drug dealer and I tell my wife, take this bag and go give it to Tyrone, my wife should say what? No, my Lord. I'm not doing that. That's against God. You understand? She should not do it. You understand? Right? Likewise, you know what I mean? When it comes to what? Eating pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, smoking. You understand? Like the Bible is saying what? Ye husband, dwell with them. And who's the them? Who's the them?
The wife.
wives.
Yes, the woman, right? Or the wives, right? According to what? Knowledge. Read on.
Giving honor unto the wife.
Right. Giving honor unto her, meaning you dealing with her according to this Bible. Right? And you giving her honor on what? According to this Bible. You're not praising your woman for being a slut. You're not saying, baby, you know what? You know what I mean? I know I haven't been around. You know what I mean? And she done, you know what I mean, done lay down with the neighbor. Because you working hard, you're not around, you this. You understand? You can't give her honor. You understand? You can't give your wife honor if she's sucking on a pork knuckles. And you basically tell her, baby, we're not supposed to be eating these things. And she's still bringing crab and lobster and cooking it in the house, having the whole house smelling stink. You understand? A shrimp. You understand? You can't, you can't, you know what I mean? What honor are you going to give her? You're going to give a sinner honor. The Lord does what? What does the Bible say about sinner? What does the Lord say about sinners? You know what the Lord say about sinners? Does the Lord love sinners?
The Lord hates sinners.
How we know the Lord hates sinners? Right? Go to I believe it's Ecclesiastes, I think 12. No, Ecclesiasticus 12 and I think 6. That's let me see.
Silaki, sir, I sure I'm not going to be able to read this one.
That's all. That's all. You try and read it for me. Let me hear it.
12 and 6.
Yeah.
For the most
what do
high
Christians
hated
say?
sinners? Yeah.
What?
The most high hated sinners.
What does the Christian church say?
God loved the sinner, but he hated the sin.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Then when the cops stop a drug dealer, he should take them paraphernalias to jail. All right. He should love the drug dealer, but hate the drugs. Right? That sounds stupid, right?
Cancer.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like to say, God is all love. God is all love. And tell you what, till you actually open the Bible and see what God is really about. And then when they really find out what God is really about, I don't want to serve that God. I don't want to serve that God. Well, you a fool. He made you. You understand? And what type of woman or what type of man will make that statement?
Only a
Even
fool.
with-
A fool, but it starts with a P. What type of person will make that statement? I don't want to serve that God. Starts with a
prideful
P.
person.
Yes,
The
a
prideful.
proud. Yes,
Proud.
a proud person. Why? Because a proud person thinks he's what? He's correct or she's correct. Even though she is wrong or he is wrong as hell. He does not know God. She does not know God. You understand? And your pastor for sure don't know God. Otherwise, he will read this for you. Read it one more time.
Ecclesiasticus chapter
Mhm.
11 and verse
No, 12 and 6, right?
12 and verse 6. So like here.
Mhm.
For the Most High hated sinners and
Mhm.
will repay
vengeance.
evildoers unto the
Mhm.
Ungodly.
and that's what it is, ungodly
Mhm.
and
So let me
keepers
let me get. I'm
cancer.
gonna get it right here for you. Don't worry, brother. I'm gonna help you out. I'm here. Don't
Can't
worry.
one cancer. Because I
I'm
can't
gonna
get
help
my
you out.
I can't get it blow up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm a brother. Trust me. I was there. You can see it now.
Let me enlarge my screen. The Most High
So.
hated sinners and will
Mhm.
repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
Unto the what?
Unto the ungodly.
Unto the ungodly. Right? An ungodly person is a what? A sinner.
A sinner.
All right. An ungodly person eats pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. An ungodly person celebrate Christmas. An ungodly person celebrate Valentine's Day. An ungodly person does everything that's against what? God
God.
in this Bible. Right? Read on.
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
You understand? Right? He keepeth them against the mighty day of their what?
Punishment.
Meaning what? Meaning judgment is coming for you if you're wicked.
Another one.
You understand? One of the judgment we read about a woman being wicked is what? The Lord taking that hair from them. You understand?
Can't.
Right? Okay. So where we at now? So go back to I think I sent it to 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. No. We had 1 Peter's 3 and 7. Finish that
Right.
one off.
Can't. First Peter's chapter 3 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, start at the top. Likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife,
Mm-hmm.
as unto the weaker vessel.
As unto the what?
The weaker vessel.
You understand? Like some of us, come in, and because we soldiers, we expect the woman to be what? A soldier too.
A soldier.
But she's the weaker vessel, and Lord is saying deal with her like the weaker vessel. You understand? Like every situation might be different when it comes to a woman. You know what I mean? So if that woman need counseling, you know what I mean, she's gonna have to get, counseling on her situation. You understand? Or that
So like I said, if I may, when we come into even the woman being a weaker vessel, if we are not careful, they don't display that they display like they have it all together, and they seem to be sometimes very confrontational. And if we are not careful, we will view them the wrong way.
Yes. Therefore, a woman should watch how she speaks to a man, and all this goes on. Okay, when you bring your daughter or your sons up in the truth, they'll be taught this. That young brother will be taught how to behave as a disciplined brother, young man. That's young sister growing up should be taught to be as a what? A young princess growing up. She's gonna be taught right. You understand? She gonna be taught you don't talk to men like this. You talk to men like this. Because she's gonna have an example in the house. But now, because of America, because of what America did to us, because of what the so-called oppressor did to us, now we kind of confused with the order and how things supposed to go in the house. You understand? Now, would there be arguments? Yes, there could be arguments in the house. But if you have kids, you try not to do it in front of them. You understand? You know what I mean? But they're gonna be, married. Of course, things ain't gonna be right all the time. Things, you know what I mean? It's just like you having a car. You have a car, right? The first few years, that car running nice. It's a new car, right? Changing the oil, you're getting the tune up, you're taking it, to a mechanic. Every time you need an oil change, but that car, there's still wear and tear.
Gotcha.
You understand? There's still wear and tear on it. So eventually that car might do what? It might break down on you going to work and you're late. It break down and you're going to work. What you're going to do? You're going to come out and start kicking the car and start cursing at the car and leave it at the side of the road and just catch a Uber to work? No. You're going to do what? You're going to take care of that car. You're going to wait till the tow truck come and you're going to take it in. Well, marriage might be like that. You understand? You don't just get rid of a woman because you had an argument. You understand? Or because you're arguing. You don't just get rid of a man because you are just arguing. Things could be worked out. You understand? Things can be worked out. Ain't nothing that can't be worked out. The only time it can't be worked out is if that woman commits adultery. That woman goes and commits adultery, ain't no working out. It's done. That's when it's all over. You walk away from it. You understand? Right. So now go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 34.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 34. Let your women keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak.
Mm-hmm. Right? Now go to Ephesians 4 and 26. All right? There's something too you're going to have to, as a man, having a wife. You understand? These are things you're going to have to keep in mind. Are you going to get arguments? Yes. Right? Should you all be fighting? Hell no. Nobody should be putting a hand on anybody. You understand? There's no need for that. You have your mouth talk. Right? You get it? Ephesians 4 and 26. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 26. Be angry and sin not.
What?
Be angry and sin not.
Meaning what? Just say you told your wife, to cook you a certain meal at a certain time. She ain't do it. Does that mean you should take the pan and whoop her? No. You understand? Say she did something that offended you. So that mean, you should hit her a suplex? No. No. Don't do that. You could be angry and what? Sin not.
Sin not.
Right? Don't sin. There's no need for it. Read on.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Meaning what?
Don't let the anger go into the night. Make sure there's
Yes.
peace.
Yes. Meaning you all talk about, argue about it, but at the end of the day, come to a solution. You understand? Come to a point where you all could forgive each other. Now, if that can't take place, then maybe you need marriage counsel, which Commander Jerry Hannah offers. You understand? The school offers. Right? So that could happen. Right?
So like
Right. Come on.
just for from what I've noticed in marriages and even in my own, let's just say if I would want marriage counsel, that may be me. I'm certain my wife is not interested in marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not a problem. You could get a marriage counsel. You understand what I'm
Without her.
saying? Yeah, you can. It's best if the both parties could come, but don't force nobody to take counsel. Because at the end of the day, they might hate you for forcing them to do it. You know what I mean? You could, you know what I mean? It's like you coming into the truth. Anybody force you to put a headpiece on, put your, you know what I mean, UPK way on and sit down in class? Nobody forced you. You understand? You did it upon your free will. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Just go about, you know what I mean, things like that.
Cancer.
All right? But if you need counsel on something specific, you know what I mean, you for sure pick that phone up and call. You understand? And you get the right counseling. All right? Go to I think it's 1 Corinthians 14 and 34.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
Let your women keep silent in the churches.
Let what?
Let your women keep silent in the churches.
Right. Let your woman keep what?
Silent in the churches.
Meaning what? Ain't no bra supposed to be inside the church doing what?
Preaching.
Yes. In other words, teaching. Right? She could be in the church doing what? Excuse me, sir, I have a question. Right? But she can't be behind, right, the podium or on the podium doing what? Saying, well, the Lord wants us to do this. Ask her to read the scripture for me, please. No, she can't do that. Right? Read on.
For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
For it's not what?
It is not permitted unto them to speak.
It's not permitted unto them to what? To speak. Right? And that speak meaning what? Teach.
To teach.
Yes. She's not permitted to teach. Right? Read on.
But they are commanded to be under obedience.
To be under what?
Under obedience.
To be under obedience. That's what a woman is commanded to be. Under obedience to who?
As also said the law.
Yes, as also say what? The law.
The law.
So who says she should be under?
Under her husband or under the man.
Right? So now let's say a sister does not have a husband. Right? Then who should she be under? The priest of the Lord. You understand?
Kind of.
Right? That's who she should be under. That's who she should be what? In obedience. She's supposed to be checking to see what the school needs. Right? Does the school need you know what I mean? Does the school needs some silverware? You understand? Does the school need cleaning? Does the school need this, that, the other? You understand? Now the school becomes her what? Her home. Now the brothers in there becomes what? The men who she will what? Look up to. You understand? But if that woman has a husband, then that's her head. That's who she looked up. That's who she's supposed to what? Obey. You understand? Right? Right? Any more?
And
Real?
if they will learn anything, let them ask their husband at home.
Let them what?
Ask their husbands at home.
Yes. Let them ask their husband at home. Meaning what? A man should be the one what? Teaching his husband. Yeah, he should be teaching his wife. You understand? That's what a man should be doing. You understand? But now you have these pastors, they're teaching these women as if what? As if they are these women what? Husband. You understand? Right? Like I could be, you know what I mean? How to put it? I could want what do you call it? What do you call that bread, boy? I could a fry bake, right? But let's say a sister, right? She wants to cook what you will have, what dish you will have across there? You will have saltfish and
not really, you know. We have things like peas and rice, and we have like American dishes,
right?
Yeah.
So say peas and so say peas and rice. Cook peas and rice because her husband wants her to cook peas and rice, right? Who she's supposed to listen to? The husband.
The husband.
Yeah. He wants peas and rice. Who the hell cares what I want? You're not my woman. You understand? Right? But the pastor ain't like that. Pastor, whatever the pastor want, you know what I mean? He better not touch in the kitchen. You understand? Or the pastor he want swine, stew swine with rice and peas. You understand? Now you definitely can't touch it. You understand? But at the same time, the pastor ain't telling the woman in there you should obey your husband if what he's telling you to do, it's lawful. If your husband don't want you cooking for me, then do not cook. But he ain't telling them that.
Sir.
You understand? He ain't telling them that. He telling them, you know what I mean, bring everything in here. And now the big fight at home because the man doesn't have what? Control of his home. Because Christian church did what? Take away all his power. You understand? Christian church says what? 50-50. What's 50-50? What's 50-50? Who can tell me what 50-50 is?
I'm not sure. But I know one thing, it's only 50-50 when they talk about decision making. When it comes to bill, the church want the man to pay all the bill.
Not that alone, because okay, if it's 50-50, right? Right? If you want a woman have 50-50, then whenever danger come in the door, what's going to happen? Is it still 50-50?
No, it ain't 50-50.
Or is 90-10? Or is 100-0?
So that is, sir.
When
the cockroach run on the wall, all right, it's 100. Yeah, it's 100 to 0.
Yeah. You understand? And the Lord did it like that for a reason, because He says what? The woman, she's the weaker vessel. And the faster a woman come to that realization, is the better for her. Right? It's not saying that she's what? That she's the dumber. No. Just saying that she's what? The weaker. Meaning certain pressure, certain type of certain things in life she just cannot deal with. But the man could. And the Lord made the man to deal with it. You understand?
Can't say.
So all the stress in the house is supposed to be on who? It's going to be on who? The man. You understand? Not the woman. You understand? But America doesn't make it, or I should say the oppressor doesn't turn it around. So now you have women who taking on the role of a man in the household, and guess what? She's being what? She's going to get what? Depressed. You understand? She's going to get hurt in the process, physically, mentally. She's going to get hurt in that process, trying to be a man when she is a what? 100% woman. You understand? Right? Read on.
For it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church.
Is a what?
It's a shame for a woman to speak in the church.
Meaning what? It's a shame for a woman to try to teach the Bible.
Teach the men.
Yes. In the church. Especially men. Right? Now, can she teach her daughter or kids to bake cookies?
Can't.
Yes, she can.
Yes.
She could. She could do these things. Could teach them how to cook. You know what I mean? Whatever. But teaching the Bible, that is up to who? The husband. You understand? And now, she will now in turn make sure those kids that is growing up around her and with her, whatever the man put in her, she's going to do what now to the kids? She's going to put in the kids. You understand? Until he, and if it's a boy, until that boy gets a certain age. You understand? Right? And that girl also too. Right? But the Lord is very strict on this. And the Christian church take this for a joke. Why? Because they have women on the pulpit while they're on their monthly doing what? Teach, which is totally against God. Ain't no way that going down. Right? Now give me go to 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Go to 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Right? And the nice thing about it too is, plus when a sister comes into the school, right, and she starts becoming brand new, right, everything that happened in the world is done. She becomes what? A princess, just like a man that coming in here. When he comes in here, whatever he did, you understand? That's it. He becomes somebody brand new. He's a prince of the power. He's Yashala. No, that's who he is, and that's how we should behave. You understand? Right? And that's a good thing of being an Israelite. You know what I mean? Our oppressor can't just, you know what I mean, even though our oppressor tune in and listening to the teachings and doing everything that we say to do according to this Bible, the Lord will not even recognize that oppressor. He is not. But he's going to recognize us in the attempt to change our lives. To serve him. All right? Come on.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Let what?
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
With all subjection. You ever read that in the church?
Nah, sir.
Yeah, you know why you never read that in the church? Because the church teaches women to do what? 50-50. 50-50 in the world is code for a woman being in charge. You understand? In the world, 50-50 is a woman being in charge 100%. Because there ain't nothing 50-50. You go to work, right? Your boss ain't sharing power with you.
Nah,
You understand? Your supervisor ain't saying, well, you know what, this is 50-50. Whatever, we're going to just do this work half and half. You have any ideas you want to bring, you know what I mean, you want to bring to me? You understand? No, the boss might, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is, it ain't 50-50, but the boss might hear your, you know what I mean, hear your opinion on
Your
certain things.
suggestion.
Yeah, suggestion. But it's the boss, he's going to choose what's what, right? No, your boss could choose, he could choose the wrong thing. And guess what? You don't walk out the job. You don't say, well, you see, I told you that we should have done this and you didn't do this, right? You ain't walking off the job. But lo and behold, the man make a decision. It doesn't come out how it was supposed to be. And guess what? You want to walk off the job. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, I'm done. That's it. I had enough of you. This, that, the other. Right? It can't go like that. Can't go like that. What's the Bible saying?
Verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Yes, meaning for you to hear, for you to understand anything, you're going to have to do what? What you're going to have to do? Sis? What is the Bible saying a woman is going to have to do? To hear, to understand anything.
To subject herself to the man, submit to the man.
Okay, but with subjection comes something.
Obedient to the.
Yes, but okay, for you to subject, you have to. I don't want to give you.
Be humble.
You have to be humble, but okay. If a woman says she subjects to a man, right? But every time the man speaks to her, she is speaking, right? Is she actually subjecting to him?
So
right. That she just, yes, she has to listen. She has to be what? Quiet.
Quiet.
You understand? That is subjection. Subjection is not saying I subject to you, and when he starts speaking, he's like, no, hold up. No, I'm not hearing you. No, that's not subjection. That's you being rude. You understand? I don't care if he might, the wrong thing might come out of his mouth. I mean, Lord be with these with sisters who come into the truth and decide to marry a man in the world. That's their choice. You understand? But if a woman have any sense, she will stay in here and marry a brother in here. If your brother have any sense, he will marry a sister that's in here. You understand? No, outside of that, a woman goes and marry a man that's in the world, she better subject to that man. You understand? Lawfully. She better listen to him. If he wants his sandwich baked a certain way, that is not unlawful. You bake it a certain way. You understand? No, if he wants you to go rob a bank with him, no, you say, slack, yes, slack, yeah, my Lord. I cannot do that. That's against my belief. I cannot do that. You understand? Right? But if for a woman to be in subjection, the first thing to being in subjection, she is going to have to be quiet. All right, read on.
Cancer. Verse 11. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
Right, but this goes on in the Christian church, and the Bible is against it. A woman can't teach the Bible, because if a woman teaches the Bible to a man or to men, she is going to what? She is actually what? Usurping authority over that man. Right? Read on.
But to be in silence.
But to be in what?
To be in silence.
To be in silence. You understand? It's no different than you going to school. When you go to school, or if you're a teacher, you can't have kids speaking in your class. They disrupt in the class. You understand? A child that is speaking in class is not learning anything.
God.
You understand? That child is not learning anything whatsoever. All right? Give me 1 minute. Sure. Salaki, go ahead and read it.
Back to 11, sir.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
First Timothy chapter 2 and in verse 11. Let the woman
Mhm.
learn in silence with all
Mhm.
subjection.
Mm-hmm.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, over the
Now
man,
read on.
but to be in silence.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
For Adam was first formed, then
See where it
Eve.
always go. You see where it's going back to. Remember, we read that in what 1 Corinthians 11, right? So it's saying what? Adam first form, then Eve. Read on.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman
And Adam
being
was what?
deceived. Not deceived.
Yes. And that's very important. That's why when a woman does something, you know what I mean, and you trying to understand why she would do that, is because she is what? Naive. Why would you listen to some person that tell you if you rub this on your skin, it's going to, you know what I mean, it's going to what? Make it shine or whatever. You know what I mean? Or these,
God.
you know what I mean, these people who trying to sell these weight loss tablets or remedies or whatever.
God,
You understand?
God.
You'll be spending, you know what I mean, hundreds of your dollars on it. And you're like, baby, why don't just, you know what I mean, watch what you're eating, exercise, and you know what I mean, see what's going on.
God,
You
sir.
understand?
God,
When
God.
I mean, but you know what I mean, I just give you an example. One example. There's many examples, right? They're not coming to my head right now, but there's many examples. You understand,
God, sir.
right? Read that one more time.
And Adam was not deceived,
Mm-hmm.
but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Right, and this is why the Lord put it in this way, because the woman, she was easily beguiled by who? By the serpent. It's just like today. Why are black men and black women getting divorced and separating the way we're separating? Is because the oppressor done do what? Tell our black woman that what?
They
You
don't
don't
need
need
a
a
man.
man. Yeah.
God.
You good all by yourself. You understand? Now she is deceived because in her mind, I don't need this man. When you do need him, you understand? You do need him. When that tire go flat, who gonna change it? You gonna get down there and change it? I sure you wish you have a man changing that tire. You understand? But they
God,
don't
sir.
tell you. They don't explain everything in life. Like it's almost like with dominoes, right? You ever see you ever play that thing with dominoes where you line the dominoes up and then you hit it and then
God, God, sir.
you watch it
Yeah.
just fall,
God.
right? Right. When the oppressor tells you something, he ain't showing you when he hit that first domino. you will only realize you going through a situation because you listen to him when you're in this situation.
Can't see.
You understand? Meaning when you turn that key and you come in and it's just four walls watching you. You understand? Now you're in it. It's like, hold on now. Why ain't no man with me? Or the brother, why ain't no woman with me? What is this? Is this life? Well, I don't need a man, but I'm confusion. You
Can't see.
understand?
Can't
And
understand.
now it's going to lead to making bad decisions because now you might go pick any and anything you see out there. All right. When just follow what the Lord said to do. You know what I mean? As a man, you follow what the Lord said to do. As a woman, follow what the Lord said to do. And we all gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this captivity, okay. You understand?
Can't.
All right. Any more?
But so like I say, yes. Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing.
You understand? And now with being a child, that's when a woman what could be what saved. Meaning what? Now she can change and become somebody responsible. Now she could change and be what? Put herself on the line for this baby, for these kids. Now she has a chance to be saved. You understand?
Can't say.
All right. All right. I think we up on the time. If there's anything, next class. I'm gonna go to Genesis and try to show the correlation. Why it is in Timothy here, he's saying what he's saying. All right.
Can't say.
All right. Before I go, Sissy, you have any questions?
Last,
Okay. What I'll do too is I'll make sure and put the sign-in sheet. All right. So you could sign in. All right. I know young man Bryce was in also too. Just make sure and get him in, right? Sign in.
Can't.
More likely having some technical issues. Okay. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Oscar Ashka.
Can't. Okay, this is the security announcement. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a new sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You'll find it in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10. And it means tenth in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase that the Lord gives you, give it to the Treasury Department or teacher. The priest fund. Free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is Purim. It'll be Thursday, February the 22nd and February the 23rd. Search social media for isupk.com and facebook.com for any announcements. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he must start wearing all black, which means black boots, black shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, We'll give one.
Ahmadium.
Ahmadium. We'll give one courtesy to Captain Nayatak, our teacher. Barak.
Manifesto Ahmadium Shabbat.
Ahmadium Shabbat.
Ahmadium.
Ahmadium. Barak.
Barak.
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah.
And sister Ahmadium, stand. We'll give you a courtesy salute. Ahmadium Shabbat. Barak. Yahweh Shemal Alatam by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You're muted.
Salakio. Yahweh Shemai Elatan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yadamata.
And with that, Ajibata, with that, class is ended.
Okay. Good job.
Shalom.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah, right.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom.